Hey everybody, welcome to the Real Sherry Condo.
That's me.
And
Real
this
Sherry
is
Condo.
this is our weekly raw convo.
With To the Gym.
Oh, and the Real Sherry
Real
Condo.
Sherry Condo.
That's right. Starting off with our
Welcome.
coffee, and so what do you got in there? You have coffee.
Coffee.
You have coffee. Okay.
And a new creamer.
Oh, and a new creamer.
Yep. I started drinking A2 milk,
Oh.
which is supposed to be better.
Yeah.
And I'm not having any digestion issues, so that's good.
Right.
And then we found A2 creamer.
Wow.
Yeah.
So happy about that. So there we go. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Dink.
Welcome.
All right, welcome everybody. All right, hope you all having a great week, great start to the year.
Yep.
We're in the roaring 20s again.
This is the 21st of the new year. I feel like it's already going too fast. It's the 21st of January. It just feels like it's going too fast.
Yeah, lots happening.
Lots happening. So welcome. I hope your new year has launched well and you are already putting good things in place for your business. And so we are going to talk today about I Have a Dream.
That's right. So yesterday was the day we celebrate and acknowledge as well as just recognize the great things that Martin Luther King Jr., the impact that he had on us, on our lives. And so, but I think that, so what I was thinking about was the, as I was thinking about yesterday or during yesterday, I was thinking about him. And I remember when we went to Atlanta a couple years ago, and when we were there, we had the opportunity to go to the Memorial Museum dedicated in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. and
Best
was
museum
just,
ever.
Was just so moved.
So great.
We were so moved.
So good.
Just a great thing and a great time there of just of honor and recognition there, and it brought me back to remembering, of course, his probably his most memorable speech, or most recognized speech, which is the I Have a Dream speech. And so I began to think about that, about the I Have a Dream, and so I was telling Sherry about that, about what I was thinking about how he spoke about this dream that he had, about this dream, and then all these things that he did, right? So all the movement that he started, the movement that he enacted and inspired people with, and was arrested so many times, and etc. And so the thought that I came up that I had about it all, and sorry it's taking a little bit of introduction to put this all together for y'all, but what I said to Sherry was that the movement itself, the parades and the getting arrested and the protests and just everything, the light that he was trying to shine through the movement was not the dream. Right? That wasn't the dream. The movement wasn't the dream.
Right.
And the dream, the dream was, for civil liberties. And for freedoms and,
for other people.
There's
dreams for other people.
Right. And so, but the movement itself, the actions that was being taken was not the dream itself. And not historians here, please extend us a little bit of grace as we have a little bit of conversation about this.
Right.
But it began, made me think about as entrepreneurs.
Right.
And the dreams that we have, and often the actions we have to take, the movement we have to take, do not always equal the dream.
Right.
Right? Yeah. Tell me, what do you think? So I start all that out, and then really this is Sherry's show. So as I said that to you, tell me your thoughts.
Yes. So then later we started talking about a common message amongst speakers or teachers is that you should do what you love, and oftentimes you will sometimes endure what you do to see the outcome that you would love.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that probably represents even Martin Luther King Jr. was that it was written about him that when he was first asked to participate in these protests and these marches, and he said, I'm a preacher. I don't do that. I don't want to do that. It's not how I want to show the world love. And he really kind of grappled at first with
the very, very beginning. Yes.
In the very, very beginning, with this idea that he would be the face of something that didn't express his inward love. Right. So when you talk about do what you love, he didn't do what he loved. He didn't start participating.
His love wasn't for the protest.
His love wasn't for the process.
Right, the process.
It was
right,
for the people.
Process. Right, to attain the dream.
That's right. So then he decided he would participate because it benefited the people.
Yeah.
Because what he loved was the people, and what it required to see the people he loved positively affected, he then participated in something that really wasn't of interest to him, or even it wouldn't have been something that he would have said, I'm going to go do that.
Right.
Because when he was asked to do it, his first response was no. He didn't want to do that.
Right.
And so then when we started talking about, having dreams in your business, having dreams as a person, what do you dream about? Most of us dream of things for our families. We dream of touching people.
Impacting lives.
That kind of thing.
Right.
And sometimes the means are to support the end, not the end supports the means. So what is that? What do I mean by that? It just means that you would do something that maybe you're not in love with, because the end result is accomplishing for the people you love, for something that you care about and love, and so on.
Right.
So even having your own business, so back
as
to
an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah. So back to the quote, "Do what you love." We didn't love real estate.
Right. When we started our broker or got into real estate.
Right.
Yeah.
When I got my license and I started working in that direction, it really was because it made money. It made money and we needed it. And then we started to enjoy what we did. And then I can probably say now I love what I do. But I didn't do what I loved.
Right.
We didn't start that because it was what we loved. We really didn't even know the real estate business at that point.
Right.
And so I think many people start that way, and we were talking about being a plumber.
Right. And I think that, the idea is, everybody, it's often said, well, start a business or do something that you love to do, so that way you're when you go to work you're loving what you do. But
right.
And so then we talked about. So then I said, well, I'm not sure if that's really true, or I'm not sure if that's really there's so many facets to that, and I think of. And so we brought up the subject of the plumber. Yeah. And so a guy who owns a plumbing business, who starts out as a plumber, does, the fact is he doesn't love,
right.
I'm going to bet 99.9% of the plumbers in the world out there do not love sticking their hand up the toilet right? Do not love having to, whether it be get in the sewage lines and whatever, and and the smells and all that. They do not love that.
Right.
Right? And so, and yet
they're everywhere.
They're right. Tons of plumbers out there have incredible businesses, tons of successful plumbers, plumbing businesses, employing many people.
Yeah.
So, is the work the dream? Is what they're doing the dream? And that's the struggle.
No.
That's the thing. And
I don't know. If everybody could just have their dream without doing work, they'd probably do that.
Okay.
If your dreams could just come true, like your Cinderella or something, and Prince Charming just rides up and whisks you away, you probably wouldn't, maybe a majority of people wouldn't work at all.
Right.
So, I do...
But wait a second.
What?
Cinderella. She still had to go through a process.
She did.
She had to go through a transformation, a process of becoming, of showing that she could be a princess.
True.
Right?
Right.
Even though she wasn't?
She wasn't.
Or maybe deep down she was. Well, deep down she was, because her dad was hierarchy.
We might have to watch this movie.
Right? We might
be watching Cinderella this afternoon.
That's right. So but she had to go.
Yeah, her dad was some sort of
Duke
something.
or something.
Yeah.
Right? And so...
So she had royalty blood.
Yeah.
But...
And so... don't start talking about the royalties.
Stop.
The royals now. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Goodness.
But Cinderella, did go through the process and did, to court her prince and all that. And so for her dream to come true.
Sure. But she didn't have to work.
Yeah.
She had a process. Nonetheless. Okay.
So going back, so the plumber.
We digress.
Yeah. So the plumber or whoever, whatever business is your. I think the question. So the question we have it actually written down behind us or in front of us, behind you, is the work the dream?
Right.
Right.
I think for some people, they might work their dream. And another conversation we've had so many times is people that start a business out of what they love. Sometimes it's so personal to them that then it's hard to let that out into the world.
Right.
And so, I think there's probably most people have a hard time really working in something they love. For example, I've been writing a book for more than a year.
Okay.
I can't finish it. I don't know if I'll ever publish it. I will. I'll publish it. It's going to happen, people. The raw business. It's going to happen. But when I sit down and write, it is literally my personal thoughts. It is coming from this deep place, a creative place. And then I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't know if it'll ever be good enough. I don't know if I'll, I keep critiquing it. I keep finessing it because, that could be said better, this, that, because it's so deeply personal. And so now I'm not sure how there's millions of books on the market. So I suppose not everybody writes from that place, But I should try a cookbook maybe. I don't know. It'd be 7 pages of the things I can cook. My 7-page cookbook, things I know how to cook. Anyway, so I think when you talk about doing things that you love, then you get into why did you love it? And if you love it, it comes from a personal, very personal place, and then it's harder to let that be in the world.
Yeah.
It's like sending your child to daycare or sending your child to kindergarten for the first time. Like, this is their entry to the world, and you want to go to school with them because this is your baby. You've loved this. They represent everything you are, and you want to protect them, and you have up until this point, and you hear that they're getting picked on, and you want to go stomp out a kindergartner. That's the same. It's the same when you have a business that comes from a personal place.
Yeah.
So people that make jewelry and are personal that way, or writers, or this and that. I've never felt that before, quite frankly. I've never felt that before because the way I enter business is very different. My personality is a little bit different than, it's not personal to me. It is business. It is money. writing this book has been personal, and it is so hard.
Right.
It is so hard.
Right.
I should figure out how to make it not personal. Then I can whip right through it. But so is the thing the dream? I don't think the thing is the dream. We've got people online with us. They're waiting. Hi, everybody. Tell us, is what you do the dream? Or do you do it because it provides things you dream about?
Right. It gets you to the dream.
It gets you to dreams.
It gets you to where you need to go. And so that's why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Right? So again, going back to plumber, he does the plumbing business. He has a plumbing business, and maybe there's parts of being a plumber that he likes, like helping somebody out or solving the problem, and he might even like the mechanical parts of putting plumbing pipes together, etc.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's providing for his family. That's the dream, right? To provide in such a way of comfort or whatever.
In some cases, I think a lot of cases, the dream is to not work for someone else.
Oh yeah. It's providing a dream of right. There you go.
So you took up plumbing, however that came to be.
Right.
Maybe from your dad, maybe from a family member, or you just stumbled upon it in, I don't know, school. You were taught that and you were able to get a certificate for it, whatever the credentials are for that, different in every state. So then because something came natural, you're mechanical, you can put together plumbing, it doesn't bother you to be stepping in sewage, whatever. And then what it answered was, it does provide for your family, it does provide a lifestyle you like, and you work for you.
Right.
You don't work for someone else. Some people, that's the dream.
Right.
We've certainly met those people that say, I do this because I don't have to work for anyone else.
Right.
And so I think that can only go so far.
Right.
We stepped on that a couple different ways with some people dream of not working for someone else. Some people dream of having a business that employs other people. Mm-hmm. I tend to like to travel, so we reward ourselves for good work by traveling. That's a dream.
Right.
It's always our go-to dream. Some people like things. Girls like to carry certain purses, and men like to wear certain suits, and so those are dreamy things.
Right.
Providing for your family, leaving a legacy.
Yep.
So I think those are dreams that then the function of the business provides for that.
Right. That's good. Well, with it being the first of the year, we've often talked about people in this arena of self-development or coaching or helping other people out, etc. Often talk about dream boards.
Dream boards? Oh, I was going to bring mine out. No, I forgot it.
So
I've been working on it.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your thoughts on dream boards.
So I just recently listened to a podcast on this, and this woman actually teaches dream boarding. I don't know, is that a thing? I don't know.
Yeah.
Dreaming boards, dream boarding, I don't know. Anyway, she teaches this corporately and this and that. So it kind of ignited my thoughts on it again, and I was like, I'm going to put together a dream board this year, and I haven't for the last probably 2 years, and they have been very dry years for me, tough years for us in some cases, and I'm not going to say it's all because of the dream board, but most definitely when I have something in front of me on a regular basis that says, don't forget, this is why you're doing what you're doing on good days and bad, it helps me to say, all right, I got to make that call. I've got to do it, because that is my dream, my goal, my desires are in front of me.
Right.
And so I think those are good reasons. I think dream boards are good for children. I think they're good for everybody. Everybody should do it. Yeah. I've been cutting out magazine pieces the last few days, and quotes and things out of magazines that I'll put in a frame and hang it by my bed where I can see it on a regular basis. And it just reminds me, yep, there's also a diamond ring on there. Yep, there's also a Porsche Panamera on there. Yep, there's a house by the beach on there.
Yep.
Is that all happening in 2020? Oh, heck yeah. At least in my mind.
That's right. That's right.
We may get to 2025 and still be working on some of those things, and that's okay. But it keeps my mind on the external things, the reward of the hard work that I'm willing to do. And, I go to the gym so that I can eat a donut every now and then. And so it's an external reward for the hard work I'm willing to do. Don't message me about that. I know it's not right. I know. I got it. So
I think so here's some questions for y'all.
The dream board. What about you? I talked about dream board. You talked about dream board, and then
I think
ask your
so.
question.
On a dream board, so a couple thoughts maybe. Don't make it permanent.
Right.
Don't make it like don't glue things on a board and say here we go, because your dreams change. Right? And once you achieve.
Okay, I'm already doing it wrong, because number one, I'm gluing them on a page. Number two, I bought a frame.
Oh.
Like it's going to be in a little frame.
Oh, well there you
so
go.
I'll just have to dismantle it all and replace things that don't apply.
Right, but I think that's the thing is the ability to change things out as you achieve them.
Yeah.
As the dream changes for the better. Don't minimize the dream.
Yeah.
Right. Don't like, well, since I'm not going to reach this dream this year, I'm going to just take it down and put something only halfway to that.
Right.
Don't do that. But as you attain it, then you replace it, etc. So it's out in front of you, and it's just a way to remind yourself.
Yeah.
Right. We constantly need reminding. We constantly need to instill into our minds, the direction we're going, the target we're going after, so that we're on track. So, tell us. Do you have a dream board?
Tell us about it.
Tell us. Do you have a dream board?
So I was going to say, on my dream board, I also have little things.
Yeah.
I have simple things. Like several years ago, we were buying one of those food services.
Yeah.
That they deliver uncooked food to your house, and then you cook it at night. And I just told Jim the other day, I miss that. I want that back.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we've had for years and years, we've had someone come clean the house twice a month. And I guess about a year ago, we stopped that. We were in transition. We sold our house. We moved. We were in transition. And I said, okay, I miss that too. So that's on the dream board. And then I bought some little stickers, some stars. I have some little gold stars. So when I attain the little things, or when I obtain an increment, I can put a star on it. So that's still on the board. But as the year goes by, I can see gold stars popping up. So whatever works for you, I wouldn't take the thing off. Like, okay, I did that, that's gone. I want to see that I attained it. Kind of like, the checklist, those of us that make a list and have to check things off. I never rewrite the list. I will even put things on the list that I'm currently doing right at this second. Like, oh wait, I made that phone call. I'm on the phone. Write that down. Call Sue. And then, oh good, I checked that off. So that's me. So however it works for you, but the dream board's the same. Like, I still want to see the achievement. So I have these little stars that I can stick on there. And so put little things that you're going to achieve. Maybe you're already achieving it. Maybe it's right on the cusp of being finished already. Put it on the dream board and then put a star on it, so you can see every little effort that is being obtained.
Yeah.
Because that gives you inspiration. Like, I already did that. If I can do that, which at one point was a big deal, if I can do that, this other thing isn't such a big deal. So anyway, okay, enough about dream boarding.
All right. So just some questions out there.
Okay.
Let us know where you're at on all the things we've talked about. Okay, so let us know what you think about dream boards.
Yep.
Let us know what you think about Cinderella. Did she have to go through a process or not? All right. Tell us.
Is it okay to not do what you love to attain the dream? Do you need to do what you love
to attain the dream?
To attain the dream?
Right. Oh, that's good. What do you think of that?
Tell us about that. I really want to know.
Kind of controversial there. So. All right, that's good.
Good.
That's good. All right, let us
Good.
know what you think. Give us your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
And
thanks for
all
joining
right.
us today.
Thank you. It's good to see y'all.
The Real Sherry Condo on Instagram, Facebook, and over at YouTube. These
Yeah.
videos will also be over at YouTube. And
Yeah.
I am working on a website. I'm sure that someone will write in and say that should have been the first thing, but it's still in the process. And eventually all of our videos will be there too. But
subscribe on YouTube. That's where you're going to find everything. And we've got some great interviews coming up.
Yep.
And we'll continue to have our weekly Raw Convo.
And our speaking calendar is starting to fill.
Yep.
So if you would like a speaker for your event, the Real Sherry Condo is available, and I have dates open.
All right, good deal.
Talk to y'all
All right,
later.
everybody have a
beautiful
great
day.
week. Go make it happen.
Yep.
All right, go fulfill those dreams.
Do it.
All right, talk to y'all soon.
See you, bye.
All right, bye-bye.